Good morning. Welcome to the second annual Junior Clinical Research Internship Program at DHR Health. I hope these 2 weeks that you're going to be with us, you truly get out of this a life-changing, transformative experience when it comes to medical sciences and to clinical research. So I'm going to take a few minutes to introduce some of the people individuals who actually made this possible. And I would like all of you to please come forward. But please, you don't have to stand in the back. Please, come. So we have a few Region 1 partners over here. If the Region 1 partners could come forward also, please. Alisa, please come forward. The person who is actually supporting this wholeheartedly is obviously the Executive Director of Region 1. He's going to be here shortly, and when he is, he's going to say a few words which are to you about what is his vision for this particular program here. We have Nicole. Nicole Sands is actually the coordinator for Gear Up, College Ready Career Set. Nicole, would you like to say a few words?
Good morning, everyone. Welcome, Gear Up. We're so happy to have all of you here. This is such a unique, very special experience that you're going to be having. We appreciate the time that you have given to be here. We appreciate your parents supporting you in these efforts. I mean, the experience you're going to get is unique and next to none. So thank you for the dedication. Thank you for the willingness to be part of these efforts. And we're excited to see you all continue to grow as you transition to your junior year. Thank you all.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Nicole. Nicole has been a great supporter of this particular program, and I'll share with you how we started this program in a minute. Ricardo or Lee Lopez is unfortunately could not be here. He's also one of the coordinators for the Gear Up program. But we have Dr. Alisa Alvarado, the director of our PATS program. Alisa has been an absolute 100% supporter of not this, but many other programs that we are doing with Region 1. So I'd like to invite Dr. Alvarado to say a few words.
Thank you, Dr. Rao, and good morning, students. What a great opportunity you have these next 2 weeks, and I hope that you'll see it as an opportunity for you to launch yourself into careers in health science. You have the opportunity of meeting and getting to know and networking with so many people in the hospital, and that's one of a kind. For those of you that are interested in all types of careers in health science, in medicine, this is something that you'll be able to put on your resume that will set you apart from every other student that's applying to medical school or applying to nursing school or rehab or whatever health science career you're interested in. I hope that you take the time and that you ask questions and that you're here 100%, because everyone here in this room worked very hard to get this program for you guys, and we hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful experience. Thank you.
Thank you. And Nicole, would you mind introducing members of your team?
So the Region 1 staff will be here supporting. So throughout the summer, we have multiple sessions taking place. So you'll be having Region 1 staff here for support. If you ever need anything, you have any questions, I have Ms. Brenda Amatrani here with me, Ernesto Gonzalez, and Selena Cavazos. And there are additional staff from Region 1 that you'll be seeing. So if ever you see this tag, it's Region 1 with Gear Up. If you ever need anything, please don't hesitate to ask.
Thank you very much, Nicole. So there are individuals here at DHR Health who have been instrumental in putting this program together. How many of you actually follow DHR Health Institute for Research and Development on Facebook or on LinkedIn? And if not, go please follow because your pictures are going to be on it practically immediately after you finish your daily chores, okay? But there are individuals here who played a very instrumental role. And the least of whom is actually myself. But there are individuals who are standing on my right and my left who are actually very important. One of them is obviously Monica Betancourt Garcia. Monica is actually the co-director of this program. In fact, I must admit that she was the one who conceived this program as we were going through this particular. The other person who is not listed here is actually Lisa Trevino. Dr. Trevino is, and the three of us are actually equally responsible for this crime if it is. Because we actually put this program together, we sat down, we came up with the ideas of how we're going to encourage individuals like yourself, the young minds like yourself, to get involved in clinical research in STEM programs. Melissa Eddy. Melissa is actually a program manager. You will see her a lot. You will hear from her a lot, so just bear with her. Okay. She is actually going to be an individual who's going to chaperone you through this particular process. And she's a program manager and ultimately responsible for the success of you, the students. We also have, and she's not here today, is Elizabeth Diaz. She's also a program manager. She's going to work with Melissa in making sure that this particular program is successful. She's working with Region 1 in many other programs, and at some point during your journey here at DHR Health, you will actually meet her and interact with her. We have Sochi Lopez. Sochi is a program coordinator. She's very important. Each and every individual that I'm mentioning to you today is important and instrumental in bringing this particular vision to fruition. And some of them are extremely valuable in implementing it. And then we have Mary. Where is Mary? There she is. Mary is also a project coordinator, and she will also be working with the rest of the team in making sure this happens. Now, this is not all the people that are involved and engaged in this particular program. There are dozens of additional people who will make sure that your journey at DHR Health is one that you will remember for the rest of your life. One of which is this particular core faculty, which is standing in front of you. This is the professionals, including the ones which are on my left, who are actually going to be interacting with you practically on a daily basis. They will be the one who are actually going to provide you with all the guidance that you would need, support that you want, the immersion exercises that you will go through. This is a faculty. Join me in thanking them now for all the work that they would do in the next 2 weeks with you. And let me also thank them for the tremendous effort that they put in. For the first batch which finished their rotation on Friday of last week. Tremendous effort. Let me tell you, they are excited about influencing you and being part of your life and your journey here at DHR Health. Thank you very much, guys. I really appreciate it. Well, I'm going to go back a little bit, and I have one of my colleagues, Dr. Daniel King here. He's the Executive Director for Region 1. Dr. King, could you come up, please? No.
Good morning. Students, you are very privileged to have this experience. I want to thank you, first of all, for committing time this summer. It shows how much you value learning and how much you value an opportunity to explore in an area that most high school students do not get the opportunity. And so for you to be able to spend this time looking at and understanding how research in the medical field plays out and seeing that in a very quality environment. So I want to thank you, and I want to thank all your districts for all the support that they're providing. I want to thank Dr. Rao and the rest of the team here at DHR. Very high quality specialty hospital with a commitment to research, medical research like you don't see anywhere else in South Texas, and really becoming a premier research center. So you're going to have the opportunity to learn and see how medical research happens in a very high quality environment. Hopefully it will open your eyes and give you some thoughts about what your future might be and different areas that you might be interested in. I want to thank the staff at Region 1, Melissa Lopez, Elisa Alvarado, and that team for putting this together from their side. Like I said, Dr. Rao and the rest of the team at Doctors Hospital for that commitment, for the commitment that this hospital has to serving the community and not only moving health care forward, but advancing learning, advancing knowledge, and advancing opportunity for the young people of this community. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Dr. King. Dr. King has been an instrumental in making sure that we get this program in place this summer, and he will continue to be, and has continued to support us in many other programs. Hopefully we will see you soon in our wraparound programs and other programs that we will be offering. Thank you very much, Dr. King, for all your support. Do appreciate it. Now, let me go on to talk about, and thank you very much, guys. You can actually leave. I know you have other important commitments. Okay, so let me tell you how we started this program. So around March or April of last year, we were actually thinking of what we are going to do for the young minds like yourself as we engage you in clinical research and impress upon you the public health crisis that exists in this particular valley. And the three people who were actually engaged in this particular conversation was Dr. Lisa Trevino, Dr. Monica Betancourt Garcia, and myself. And we started this conversation of how we're going to help. And so we actually said, let us put together a pilot study, a pilot program for a select number of students from working with Region 1 to see how this particular program is actually going to shape up, not only for this particular group, but also for future. So I called them G12. There were 12 students who were selected by Region 1 who came here for 1 month and stayed with us, and we went through this particular program with them. And at the end of this is actually the graduation of these particular students. Over here, you can see that many of the people that you saw today are actually in this particular photograph, including our friend, Dr. Elisa Alvarado. So when this particular program was put in place, we learned a lot from this particular group, and we then went back to the drawing board and did what we call in our clinical setting a postmortem of this particular program. What went right and what were the challenges that we faced? And based on that, we actually put together this particular program for you and presented it to Region 1. And I'm glad that the Region 1 endorsed this particular program wholeheartedly for over 200 students who are going to go through this particular program this summer. Now, we are learning practically every day. We learned from the last session 1 as to how can we even improve it. And for session 2, you will see that there will be multiple improvements that we have put in place, our team has put in place, which was based on not only our personal experience of what worked and what did not work, but also based on your feedback to us, which was extremely important. So we have made changes. We are going to continue to improve it and improvise as we go along. Nothing is etched in stone. Our ultimate goal is to make sure that you understand the importance of STEM and that you understand that there is a public health crisis that you can be very big part of in trying to minimize it. That's what our goal is. We will expose you to clinical research, but I can assure you that our goal is not to make you clinical researchers. The clinical research has only been introduced to you as a means to give you some understanding of what critical thinking is. That is all it is. You do research all the time. When you go out for dinner, where you will go, how you will go, what you will dress, what you will eat, that's research. So don't consider research to be some alien, something that is alien. It's actually something that you do on a daily basis. So we will introduce you to clinical research with very good context related to public health crisis that is going on. And by the way, I'm not referring to COVID-19. There are multiple other public health crises that has engulfed this particular region and frankly speaking, the entire United States or globally. So what we also did, I don't know if we have any scholarship recipients here, DHR scholarship recipients in this particular group? You? Two? Anyone from DHR who has received one? Okay. So last year, when we started this particular program, one of the things we wanted to do was to actually offer this particular opportunity to children of our DHR employees. And so we actually gave out 16 scholarships this year, and DHR paid us, the Research Institute, close to $50,000 for these 16 students. Okay, remember, this is an extremely expensive program, both for your time that you will spend with us, for the effort that we will put in, but also financially, because Region 1 has made an unprecedented commitment to your success, unprecedented commitment. It's over $500,000 of investment that Region 1 is making. And they are so confident that they didn't even blink when they were making this kind of a commitment. Think about it, guys. The burden on the success of you and your program now rests on your shoulders. So let's talk about important information about the program. That's important. Let us go through that. Number one, let's have important facts. This program is being offered at the undergraduate level. We will not treat you like high school students. That is in the past now. Now, when you are an undergraduate student, a lot of burden of learning is on your shoulders, not on our shoulders. Okay? So we will treat you like undergraduates. I'm going to repeat this probably 100 times in front of you during this particular 2 weeks that you're with us. We will do a lot of learning by doing. So you will go through a lot of immersion exercises, from learning how to draw blood and why draw blood. Ask the question why all the time. Somebody tells you something, say why. Don't be annoying. But make sure that you ask the question at the right time. Why? Why am I doing this? Why am I drawing blood? Why are we going to process this particular blood? Why are we testing with FibroScan? Why are we going to pathology lab and looking at the test that we're going to do over there? Ask questions. That's the only way to learn. There's not a single question that I know of that is either stupid or idiotic. If you have a question in your mind, that's important. Speak up. Okay? This entire experience has been designed to be transformative. After 2 weeks, when you leave this particular session and this particular institution and talk to your colleagues about what your experience has been, you will start to realize how it has transformed your lives. This is only 200 students in the entire valley. You know how many students the lives Region 1 touched on last year? Over 40,000. Of 40,000 students, you have been selected. These are 200 students that have been selected. What a unique opportunity, guys. What a unique opportunity. At the end of this 2 weeks, you have to produce a manuscript. It's a commentary. We are not asking this be a long manuscript with 20 research references and stuff. It would be nice if it has 20. But it is going to be a commentary that's going to be published in our own journal. It's an online journal. Okay? And you have to do publication. That is a must. And let me stress, in the last session, 3 students will not graduate. Okay, 3 students will not graduate because of number of things that have happened, one of which was that they did not participate in the development of the manuscript. They did not participate in the events that were happening in the classroom. They did not participate in the events that were happening in the immersion exercises that we put together for you. Did you see the number of people who were here as your faculty? Just imagine the amount of effort that has been put into this particular program. And for you not to take advantage is actually, in my mind, a criminal offense, nothing less than that. Okay, so again, be careful, because I can tell you, you have to up your standards. We will not lower ours. Period. Is that clear to you? Okay. And this is where it is. Up your standards. We will not lower ours. Okay. So we will do a lot of immersion exercises with you while you are here. I also want to stress that before we do those immersion exercises, it's important that we give you some information about those exercises. If we're going to talk to you about FibroScan for liver diseases, it's important that you understand what FibroScan is. There is no point in actually going there and just watching how the FibroScan is done and then having one of your students lie down and we look at their liver. So there will be some didactic teaching that's going to take place. It has been designed to actually pair with some of the immersion exercises that you will do. Okay, so just be patient and learn from those exercises as you go along, because there will be some didactics that will happen. Then pay particular attention during the lectures, because that's the only way you can fully understand those immersion exercises. Ask questions. Okay, this time one of the things we have done is we are going to actually say, hey, Destiny, what do you think about it? So I'm going to be asking those questions. At least I will be asking. Okay, I'm going to come to you, Daniel, and ask you and put you on the spot. I'm going to come to you, Shiv, and put you on the spot. Okay, just to make sure that you are actually following what we are talking about. So let me tell you, I'm going to be shameless in putting you on the spot. And so are my colleagues. And we're not doing that because we want to embarrass you. We want to make sure that you understand what is being discussed with you and shared with you. Okay? So be alert during these talks. I can assure you, at least during my talks, which are going to be many during the next 2 weeks, I'm going to be asking these questions. As I said previously, and I'm going to say it again, this is going to be a life-changing experience. However, what you gain out of this is dependent on you. Okay? It's not dependent on the staff over here, or my colleagues, the faculty we have put in, or the staff in Region 1 who are supporting this. We are putting in 100% of our effort. Now it's up to you to actually match it. Okay? And once this is over, we will have an unbelievable graduation like it happens in the universities. Okay, so don't lose the opportunity to be one of those who actually graduate on that particular day. Don't lose the opportunity for your parents and your loved ones to be proud of you when they sit through and a certificate is awarded to you on the stage. Okay, don't take away that particular opportunity from them. Okay? I would stop here and welcome you to the second annual Junior Clinical Research Internship Program, and I hope and I trust that you're going to participate in as actively as our staff is going to be with you. Thank you very much, and all the best.